Hey, good morning guys. Welcome back to the channel. Got the Vendetta out. We're going to try to see what exactly went wrong with this car when I ran it last time. I just had the new ESC put in that we were going to try to run with it. Didn't go so well. For some reason it's locked up. So the funny part is I can, sorry guys, I thought I had all those off. I can run these back wheels like so, and it will usually, or at least it was, freeing itself up. So I have a feeling that we've blown one of these diffs out. We're going to try to get this dude apart and find out exactly if that's the case. So there it goes. It was stuck just now. Now it's rolling. Jeez. There it is, stuck again. Okay, so it's locking up. I don't know if it's the diff or it could be something in here with my gears, guys. But we're gonna pull it apart real quick and I'll be right back with you. And I also had a soldering malfunction here. Well, not necessarily a soldering malfunction, but I bent the these were a little short, and when I bent them to hook to the motor, they kind of broke. So that could have been part of my problem too, that it started cogging every time one of those lost contact and broke the maybe one of the gears, or I'm not sure. Well, let's get it apart and we'll find out, guys. Okay guys, I'm back. I got it taken apart and it's not the diff that was blown. The pinion gear came loose on it and was binding up in there, so, but it's okay. I think I'm gonna try to go 30-30 on the gears, so it'll be 1-to-1. Got a 30-tooth pinion here I'm gonna put in here. It all should fit once I get it adjusted. No problem. Not sure if I'm going to stick with the stock motor. We'll see. I don't have any more adapters, and I don't have any longer wire to correct, or to fix these rather. So I'm thinking I might change the motor in it to something different. Okay guys, so we went a different route here. I was intending on using some of the Arrma 17mm hexes and just kind of grinding them down to make them fit on the Vendetta, but it wasn't working out as well as I had hoped, and apparently has for some other folks. But anyway, I went online and I found these hexes here, and they go onto the stock axle, and they seem to work perfectly. So got the GRPs on, as you can see, all the way around. I got one off just so you can see that hex, but they have a screw that goes right in the end here that goes on the skinny part of the drive shaft to make it the same and makes it solid. So new hinge pin, or new pin, goes through here with a set screw that holds it in. It's skinnier on the bottom so the pin don't fall out. So I don't recall the name of the company, but I will, if I can find it, I'll put it in the description for you, anybody who's interested in getting some of them. But we're working on So I'm working on making some extensions for the motor here to go to the ESC, from the ESC to the motor. So I've got these little bullets here that I'm putting on this wire that I got at the hobby store, and got to get them soldered all on, guys. Get that back going. The ones I had were a little short, and when I bent them to hook into the motor, they broke, which I think was causing some of my problems with it cogging. It was losing the connection with the motor with ESC, so the ESC and the something. But anyhow, so we about have it back together, guys. I've got the Mamba Monster 2 Retro in here, 6S capable. So we ought to be able to get some decent speeds out of this guy once we get it back together. And of course, with the GRPs on here, we're going to have to do some body trimming. I didn't want to do that originally because I just like the body a lot, and now that it's been over on its lid a couple times and it's scratched up, no big deal. But these are the 11s that were on there that came on the car, and these are the GRPs, and as you can see, they're quite a bit larger. So trimming will have to be done, no big deal. We'll get it trimmed up, we'll get these wires soldered, hopefully we'll have this dude shooting down the road over 100 miles an hour soon. I hope anyway. That was my goal with the car. I know there are some super fast ones out there. I believe I have this one geared at 1-to-1. I have a 30 spur and a 30 pinion on it. All it's gonna take is for me to find a road that I can actually drive this guy on, and hopefully it doesn't blow over on me. Guys, these cars are capable of some really good speeds. I'm not up to that level with those guys yet, but I'm hoping I'm heading in that direction. Stay tuned. We'll get these wires soldered up. We'll get this thing hopefully turned on and working, and then all we gotta do is get the body trimmed. Alright, so we just about have the Vendetta wrapped up, guys. The last thing I'm doing is I'm gonna try to keep the back end from squatting down like this. I've already put some tubing in the front, some of this fuel tubing here to limit the front. I do still have some travel up here. It's not a lot. With these larger tires on here, I had to do something to keep the tires from just eating the body away. So I got a little travel up there so that the front end will get below the back. But as you can see, this is one of the rear shocks, and there's almost no travel at all on it. So it was fairly easy, guys. These shocks come apart from the bottom, so you can actually take these guys apart from the top. I have this one turned all the way down, so we'll take the spring off from the top here, and then once the tubing and stuff is on it, you don't have to turn the spring all the way down to the bottom because it's limited in its throw anyway. So take it off like that, and then you're just left with this, and then this comes off pretty easily like that. Now I got some pliers that don't have any teeth in them to take this dude off with, hopefully. Worked on the other three really easily, so this one will probably give me a trouble as usual. Oh, there we go. let's just get this dude off. Alright, and that's just all you gotta do to take that whole shock apart, guys. So, and then I've already got my piece of tubing cut here. So, we'll just stick that dude on there, like so. Alright, so it's on there. And then what I did on the other one is I went ahead and put this on over the shaft, like so, as you can see. And then grab the tubing with the pliers and then screw this thing back on there, because you don't have a lot of the shaft left. You see a lot of that dude screws onto those threads, so let's get this dude screwed back on. That'll wrap up pretty much everything I'm gonna do to the car. And then, so there would be no way to get this on here if you didn't do it, you know, before. So then you just push it back down on the shock. Once you get it turned in the right direction, anyway, like so. And then the shock goes back together from the top, which makes it real easy to do, guys. So we'll get this pushed back down to even. And as you can see, it's pretty well solid. It's gonna have a little bit of play just from the tubing, but it won't squat in the back anymore after I get these shocks put back on. So I'm gonna put those guys back on. I've got the body trimmed pretty good. So let me throw these shocks on real fast, guys, and I'll be right back. All right, guys, here she is, all done. As you can see, that's about the limit on the front. So as long as it's not moving when I get it down to the end of the road, it's got plenty of room to turn. And the body clears like that. It rolls fine. But it's going to be might be able to trim it just a little bit there. But in the back here, there's it's got a little bit, but should be good. There was minimal trimming that I had to do. I did have to do some. And these tires, I don't know if they expand much, but I'll probably trim just a little bit more out here. Other than that, guys, one thing I didn't do when I ran it the last time is I didn't take the safeties off of the ESC. So I'm going to do that before I button it back up. And hopefully you'll see a run with this dude tomorrow. So anyhow, guys, I'm going to leave the video like this. And I appreciate you guys watching. If you are subscribed to the channel, thank you so much. If you're not, hit that subscribe button, guys. Give us a like and leave us some comments. If you'd like to see anything done differently on the car, let me know. But as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.